Hello, everybody. Welcome to the class today. Happy to have you here with us. We're going to get things started here pretty quick. Got a grammar lesson here for you today, and it's mostly going to be based around beginner's grammar, okay, folks? So if you are a beginner student, feel free to come on in and take a seat. If you're an intermediate or advanced, you might find today's lesson a little basic for you. So I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time so that the beginners can feel comfortable to come on in and take a seat. And you intermediate or advanced students, you might want to hold off on this one. Of course, you're always welcome. But if you are pretty good at using the word could and can, then this might not be the lesson for you, okay? So once again, this is going to be tailored a little bit more towards our beginner students. We got a couple here now sitting in the class here, so we'll welcome them. Hello, Paul. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Paul.
Hi. How are you? My name is Paul.
You're doing all right, Paul. We'll come back to you in a minute. How about Oguzhan? Hi, Oguzhan.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you, teacher?
Oguzhan, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Hope you're doing all right. Okay. We'll wait for you to get your microphone set up there as well. Amigachi, you're a beginner, says Amigachi. Excellent. Amigachi, come on in, take a seat. We'll be happy to have you with us here. Okay, we'll do a little beginner's class. Hello, Daniela. How are you? Hi, Daniela. Okay, Daniela is just setting up. No problem. Bernardo Lima. Hi, Bernardo.
Hello, Wes. How are you doing?
Hello, hello. I'm beginning to wonder. If I'm having some trouble with hearing you guys. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah, you can hear me? Okay, I can't hear anybody else. I'm just going to re the microphone and see what happens here. Okay. Well, I can hear all the little dings that are happening when you guys come in, but I don't hear anybody's voice. Can you guys, okay, David says, hi, I'm a beginner too, and now I'm only in the chat. Okay, no problem. Sorry, David, that you weren't able to take a seat here. When will you have your next class? My next class is the next hour, but the next class is going to be a little bit more advanced, just slightly. It'll be for intermediate level. Similar topic, just a slightly more advanced. So it kind of complements this lesson, actually. I designed it so they kind of complement each other. Samir, can you hear me, Samir?
Yes, I can.
Boy, oh boy, nobody can hear me. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Can you guys see me on the camera?
Yes.
Can everyone see me? The problem is with your mic. Okay, well, I'll unplug my microphone and let's see what happens. Okay? Okay, talk to me now, Samir.
Hi.
No, I don't think that's the problem. Tell you what I'm going to do. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I'm going to exit this and I'm going to re-enter here, guys. Just give me 1 moment, please, okay? Okay, I'm just going to exit and re-enter. Okay, okay. Samir, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. We're in business. Oh wow, we got some good music going on there. Can somebody who's playing the awesome music, can you mute it? Okay. That was good stuff, but not quite appropriate for our English lesson. Okay, sorry about the communication breakdown, but I think we're all repaired here now, guys. So once again, welcome to today's class. Getting started a bit late. Samir, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thank you, Samir. Good, good. Oguzhan, how are you? Oguzhan, can you hear us? Okay, no problem. Let's continue to Mesut or Mesut. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good, good. Happy to have you here. Inga's with us. Emmanuel, Daniela, Bernardo, Amiga Chili, and Adela. We're a little bit behind already, so we're going to save the introductions, but I want to welcome each of you to the class. I'm happy that you've been able to come. Let's go ahead and get things started, okay? So what I would like to do first of all is give you guys the link to the material that we're going to consider today. There's the link in the chat box. And again, as I mentioned already a couple times, this is tailored more towards beginners. So if you are an intermediate or an advanced student, you might find this a little basic, and I apologize for that, but every once in a while I like to help out our beginners as well. I'm sure you understand. Okay, so everybody's got the link in front of them?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, using the word could sometimes gives our beginners a lot of trouble because we have the word can and we have the word could. They're similar, but we want to know when and how to use them appropriately. So that's what we're going to take a look at today, okay? So maybe what we can do to get things started is we can have Inga. Would you be able to read for us, please, the very first section there about could?
Yes. Could can be used to talk about the past, the present, or the future. Could is a past form of can. When I was living in Boston, I could walk to work. He phoned to say he couldn't come. I could see him clearly, but I couldn't hear him, and then the video conference line went dead.
Okay, good. So when we're talking in the past, what word do we use instead of can? Could, right?
Could. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Good. Good to keep that in mind. So what I would like everybody to do is I want you to tell me about, to write for me a sentence in the past using could, okay? Everybody write for me a sentence in the chat box. In the past tense. Give you guys a minute to do that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to screen share. Okay, Samir, you said, could you give me a fever? Now, what do you mean by could you give me a fever? Do you want a fever?
Yes, I need to help.
What's that?
I need to help. That's
I don't understand. A fever is like when you have a very high temperature. Why do you want a fever? Samir? Samir?
yes.
Why do you want a fever?
I said when I need to help, I ask someone to give me favor. Like if I want to carry something is heavy.
Yes.
I need help from someone to help me.
Okay, but so why do you say, could you give me a fever?
Why I said what?
Do you know what the word fever means? Who can tell us what the word fever means?
Fever, I mean help.
Okay, fever is when you have a very high temperature in your body, okay? So it's like when you get, you know, have you ever been sick and then you put your hand on your forehead and it's really hot? That's a fever, okay? So you don't want to ask somebody for a fever. Nobody likes to have a fever. But if you want to ask somebody for help, you could say, could you help me, please?
Okay.
Or you could say, could you give me a hand? Could you give me a hand? That means could you help me? But now this, here's the thing, Samir. Is your question in the past tense?
Yes.
Is it in the past tense? Could you give me a hand? Could you help me?
No.
Not
No.
past, present.
Yeah, you're right. It's in the present. It's a request, isn't it? It's a request. And you're right. We can use could for requests. In fact, that's what we're going to talk about next. But right now, we're trying to use could to talk about the past, where you would say can in the present. We say could in the past. Okay? So, just wanted to make sure that we all are on the same page. Now, Inga has a good example. Inga, could you read your example to us?
I couldn't meet him during my stay in London.
Perfect. Okay, now that is an excellent example of using the word could instead of can in the past, okay? Because if we were in the present, Inga, how would you say that sentence?
I can meet him when because I'm now in London. That's all.
Okay, yeah, I can't meet him in the past,
yes.
right? Yeah, we just change it. Instead of saying I couldn't,
Yeah, with
meet him,
negative, okay.
I can't meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So that's it. That's how easy it is, guys. We just change can't for couldn't. Okay, now Bernardo, what's your example? Can you read your sentence, Bernardo?
I could do it.
I could do it. Excellent. That's perfect. In the past tense. Now that also, depending on the context, could be in the future tense as well. But,
Sure.
right? For example, if some... What's that?
Can I make a question? Could?
Sure,
If
yeah,
I
go
want,
ahead.
if I want to say could, but in I don't know. Maybe I can't make in a question in the past with could.
If you
If
want
ask
to ask...
someone, could, that will be present, right?
Okay, if you're asking somebody something using could, that's usually a request. And we're going to talk about using could for requests and questions in just a moment. That's the thing about the word could. That's why it's tricky, because we can use it in the past, in the present, and in the future. So we have to know when to use it properly.
How I can know if it is in present or past or
Well,
future?
yeah. So if you're using it as a request, then you're using it in the present tense, aren't you? Okay? But for now, we just want to focus on using could for the past, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to come back to your question in just a moment. Let's continue now with some of the other examples. Adela, can you read us your example?
Yes, my husband couldn't go to work last week. He was ill.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, good. Now, the first time you said he was a flu, and then you changed it, and you said he has or he was ill, right?
Yes, I changed the a little.
Perfect, that's correct. I'm glad that you made that adjustment. Excellent. Okay, that's good. So he couldn't go to work. Great job. Emmanuel, could you read me your example? Emmanuel? Daniela, I'm just going to put your mic on mute because I'm getting some feedback from you, okay? Just I can hear something in the background. Okay, Emmanuel is not answering, so that's...
He is not in the class.
he left. Okay, okay. Well, who can tell us if Emmanuel's question... He has two, but the first one, excuse me, could you help me? Is that in the past tense, guys?
No.
No, you're right. What kind of a sentence is that?
Present.
Right, and it's a request again, isn't it? It's not talking in the past tense, it's a request. Okay, so we've decided that that's... I'm glad that we've made that differentiation there. Okay, let's go to Paul. Paul, can you read us your example? Is Paul still in the class?
No.
Paul Safeway. Okay, let's look at Paul's example. What did Paul say? Sergio, can you read Paul's? Sergio? That's what Paul said. Paul said, when I was in Costa Rica, I couldn't speak English. What do you guys think? Is that one correct?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes, that one is correct. It's in the past tense. Okay, fantastic. Amigachi said, you guys listen. Amigachi. Oh, you're there, Amigachi?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Can you read us your sentence?
Okay, caramba. I'm lost. Where?
Yeah, when I had...
But my chat.
Oh, you're
I can
amiga.
see.
No, you're amiga. You're not amigachi.
Yes.
Amigachi is one of the students that's listening, and she said this. She said, when I had 21 years old, I could run more fast. What do you guys think? Is that good?
But I cannot see the chat here.
Okay. The button for the chat is on the left-hand side.
Yes, but I touch something and disappear.
Okay, on the left-hand side, you can select the buttons. I think it's the first button brings up the chat again. Or you select the little V where it says like the Verbling V. If you click on the Verbling V, then the chat will come back up. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay, perfect. So let's get your guys' opinion now here, okay? Amigachi, who's listening in, she's not participating, but she's listening, and she said, when I had 21 years old, I could run more fast. What do you guys think? Is it good or not good?
Aquí está. Okay. I
I
can
think
see
when
now.
I was.
What's that, Samir?
I think the sentence when I was 21.
Okay. Yes, she used the word could correctly, so she did well there. That's perfect, Amigachi. We can change your sentence a little bit. We could say, when I was, not when I had, when I was 21 years old,
Okay.
I could run. Now, instead of saying more fast, what do we say, guys?
Faster.
Faster.
Faster, exactly. That's, yeah, those... Fast is one of those words that we don't use more with. The comparative is just faster. So that's just, we can do a lesson on comparatives maybe one day next week perhaps. Because I notice a lot of students have trouble knowing when to use more and when to use like the ER to make the comparative. So anyways, that's a good sentence, okay? Let's continue now. We've got a couple of other... I think what we should do is let's move along now to the next point, okay? So who would like to read for us the second point about how we use could? This is talking about requests now. Who wants to volunteer? Okay, if you...
Could.
Yeah, sorry? Who said that?
Could.
Adela.
Yes.
Adela.
Yes.
Could you
Could
please
is
read it?
used to make a polite request. We can also use can for this, but could is more polite. Could you
Good.
help me, please? Could you lend me some money? Could I have a lift? Could I bother you for a moment?
Excellent, excellent. Could I have a lift? Could I have a lift? Say it
A
again.
lift. Could I have a lift?
Good. What does that mean? If you ask somebody for a lift, what does that mean, guys?
Lift is elevator, no?
What is a lift?
Lift is same to elevator, no?
Oh, okay.
At.
Yeah, that's some people sometimes we use it for that. Yeah, you're right. Any other suggestions though?
It's like pick off somewhere.
Hand.
What's that, Samir?
Lift. That's mean. Could you give me? Could I have a hand?
Could I have a hand? Okay, could I have a hand? You guys are getting close. If you ask somebody for a lift, it means you want a free ride somewhere. A free, like in a car. It's like if your neighbor's going to the store and you say,
yes.
could you give me a lift? And it's like, could you take me to the store with
Yes,
you?
to transport, no? With
Yeah.
the car. Yes, yes.
Okay, exactly. In La República Dominicana decimos una bola. We say, can you give me a bola? And it means like a free ride in a car somewhere. So in English we say a lift. Okay, I'm sure in each country there's probably a different expression for that. All right, but the point is that what kind of requests you take a could? What kind of requests? We use could when we want to be what?
Polite.
Polite, that's it. Exactly. Okay? So if you say can I have a lift? It's not, sometimes depending on who you talk to, they might think you're being a little bit demanding in English. Okay? So we want to say could. And then that is more polite. All right? So let's everybody now have you ask a question using could. Okay? Go ahead and write them in the chat box for me. I'll give you guys a minute to do that. And while you're doing that, I'm going to take a look at what J.M. Dorado said. He said, Wes, how can I say this sentence in present using could? Real Madrid couldn't win with La Liga this season. Wes, how can I say this sentence in present using could? That's a good question. I don't really know how couldn't they win? I can't really think of how you could do that in the present. J.M. Dorado. Hi, Ala Toli. Ahlatoli. How you doing? Welcome to the class. We're doing a beginner's class today. Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. Okay, we have a couple of examples, so let's start off here. Adela, could you please read us your example?
Yes. Could I have a Coke, please?
Could I have a Coke, please? Excellent, that's fantastic. Very polite of you to ask. And yes, you may have a Coke, Adela. Okay, Bernardo, your turn.
Could you teach me French?
Exactly, very good, very good. JM Dorado, I just thought about your question, and your question, I don't think you could use could, but you can say can't. For example, JM Dorado, you could say Real Madrid can't win or cannot win with La Liga this season. Okay? So we wouldn't say could, we would say can't. All right, let's continue. Inga, can you read us yours?
Could you take my bags?
Excellent, excellent. You might, if you want to be polite, you might say please at the end as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Any other examples, you guys?
Could you looking for my keys?
Could you what?
Could you looking for my keys?
Could you look for my keys?
Yes.
Could you look for my keys? Yes, that's good. That's good. Okay. Could I have your name? Agusan says. Yeah, very, very good. Excellent. Could you repeat, please? Yeah. You might say, could you repeat that, please? Okay.
Okay.
Could you repeat that, please? All right. Excellent. Good stuff. Good grammar, you guys. Using commas before, before please. That's excellent. Okay. So there's a good example of how we can use it to make requests, and everybody did a fine job on that. Let's continue. Okay, let's have a volunteer to read the next little section.
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you do?
What's that?
What do you do, teacher? I don't know.
Oh, I want you to read the next section
Where is
in our lesson.
the next section? So excuse me.
There's the link in the chat box. So if you open it up, then it's the third part there where it says, if we use could in reply to these requests.
The moment.
How did you go through half of the lesson already and not have the page open? You're amazing. And you did so well.
I don't see.
Okay.
Teacher, sorry, but I don't see.
Yeah, okay. There's the link. And we're gonna continue the class because the other students can continue to benefit from the lesson. And I'll give you just a few minutes to try and figure it out, okay? We'll come back to you in just a couple minutes. Okay, very good. Let's have Amiga. Could you please read the next section, please?
Okay. Only phrases?
No, just the next little rule where it says, if we use could in reply,
Okay.
and then continue.
If you could in reply to this request, it suggests that we do not really want to do it. If you agree to the request, it is better to say can you.
Okay.
Okay.
So just one thing. The word there you had a little trouble with is suggests. Suggests. Right? Okay. Yeah. Good. So.
Of course, I can. Yes?
Continue.
Okay. I could help you if it's really necessary, but I'm not really busy right now. But I'm really busy right now. I could lend you some money, but I need it back tomorrow without fail. I could give you a lift as far as Birmingham. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Birmingham.
Birmingham. I think that's in the UK, Birmingham, in the United Kingdom. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, very good, very good. Nicely done. So, when we say could in reply to requests, what does it suggest?
But we don't want
understand this one.
Yeah, you're right. Somebody said that we don't want to do it. Okay.
Yes.
So if I say, could you make me breakfast? And you say, what would you say if you didn't want to do it?
Sorry, I couldn't.
What's that?
Sorry, I couldn't.
Sorry, I couldn't. Okay. Yes, that's true. You could say that. But let's say that you agree to do it, but you don't really want to do it.
Maybe I can.
Okay, that would be just saying no, that you cannot do it. But let's say that you said that you're agreeing to do it, but you want to let them know that you don't really want to do it, but you're going to do it anyways. What would you say? Could you make me breakfast, please?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Okay. Okay.
I
Yeah.
could do.
Sorry,
I
yeah,
could
go
do
ahead.
it, but I am in a hurry.
There you go. That's perfect. Okay? So she's saying yes, but she's also letting me know that she doesn't really want to do it. Okay? So, yes, I could do it, but I'm late for work, as an example. Okay?
Okay.
So sometimes our friends or our children or our husbands or wives, they ask us to do things, and we're willing to do it, but it's it makes it difficult for us. So maybe we say, yes, I could do that, but right? Now if I say to you, could you make me breakfast, and you want to make me breakfast, what do you say?
Yes, I can. Yes, I will.
Yes, I can. Yeah,
Yes,
good.
of course.
Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, so that's excellent. Now, let's move along to the last little section there, okay? And who would like to volunteer to read that last little section?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love you to. Sure, go ahead.
Could is used to talk about the theoretical
Theoretical.
theoretical
Mhm.
possibility and is similar in meaning to might.
Okay.
It called rain later, taken umbrella. He could be there by now. Could he be in any harbor? It could be Sarah's.
It could be Sarah's. It could be.
It could be Sarah's.
So these sentences that you just read, and you did a fine job on your reading, they're examples of what kind of a sentence, you guys? What's being expressed?
Possibility.
Right, the possibility. And sometimes we say might. You excuse me. Blah. You could also say, it might be Sarah's. Okay, whose cell phone is that? It might be Sarah's. It could be Sarah's. They mean the same thing. It's a possibility that it's Sarah's. Okay? So let's have you guys write for me an example using could in the sense of a theoretical possibility. Okay? You notice, actually, before you guys write them, just also take a look at the very first example. This is a classic example of how we use could when we're talking about the weather, because nobody knows what the weather is going to be like today or tomorrow, right? Nobody knows for sure what the weather's going to be like. So we always say could. It could rain, it might snow, it could snow, it could be sunny. Nobody knows, right? Okay. So let's get you guys to write me an example now of a theoretical possibility using could. Everybody go ahead and write one in the chat box, all right? We'll give you 1 minute to do that. Go ahead. Okay, I don't see any sentences, guys. Oh, there we go. Now they're coming in. Okay. All right. Now remember here, guys, we're talking about theoretical possibilities, okay? Okay, Adela's got a good example. Adela, can you read us your example?
Yes, I could pass the exam today, but I'll need to prepare it.
That's an excellent example there. Fantastic. Okay, let's take a look at Elizabeth's. Elizabeth, can you read us yours? Oh, maybe Elizabeth's not in the class. She's just participating. Okay, everybody take a look at Elizabeth's. She says, could you help me with my homework? Now, what kind of sentence is that?
It's a request.
That's yes, that's a polite request, okay? So that's not talking about a theoretical possibility, that's a request. So you notice in the sentence here, in the examples I should say, we're talking about things that might happen in the future, right? Possibilities. Okay, could the sun after? Amigachi. If you're talking about maybe like the sun coming out, you could say like the sun could come out later. Okay. So I've only really got Inga. Inga, can you read us your example?
I'm not sure if it's right, but please take a tab. Otherwise, your flu could be repeated in the near future.
Okay, good, good, good. Now we can do some things to just adjust it a little bit, but you got a good base there for sure. So what you would want to say is, instead of saying take a tab, you might say like take a tablet, or take some medicine. Okay. Otherwise, your flu could. Well, how we would say it in practical terms, we would say, please take some medicine. Otherwise, your flu could come back. Yeah, that's how we would say it. Like if I was going to say it, that's how I would say it. Okay.
Okay.
You should take some medicine. Otherwise, your flu could come back. Okay. All right, good. Paul's got one now. Paul, yours is a request again. Could you borrow your pencil? Now, what you want to say is, I borrow, or you lend. Okay. If the person's giving you something, they are lending to you. And if you are taking it, you are borrowing. So the person is lending, and you are borrowing. So what you would say is, could you lend me your pencil? Okay. But again, that's a request. That's not a That's different than what we're talking about here. I see we're having a little bit of trouble with this one about theoretical possibilities. Okay? So let's just stop for a minute, everybody. Let's think about how we can firm this down into our minds. Give me a sentence, somebody using the word might. Give me a sentence using the word might. Can you think of one? I might not do it. Okay. Good. I might not do it. Okay, let's think on the terms of theoretical possibilities, okay? For example, might I go to the bedroom? Yeah, that would be more of like a request again. Might I go to the bedroom? Okay, let's think in the terms of theoretical possibilities. For example, tomorrow it might rain. Okay, tomorrow it might rain. This is a theoretical possibility. We don't know for sure if it's going to rain. Nobody knows what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. Nobody. The weatherman sometimes says it's going to be sunny tomorrow, and then it rains. So it's always a possibility. So tomorrow it might rain, but we also could just take the word might out and we just put the word could in. So we could say tomorrow it could rain. And now we're talking, that's a possibility, okay? Okay, Adela has one. I might go to the doctor. I could go to the doctor, okay? Good. Manuel says, I might go to ride. Okay, I could go to ride.
What's the difference between might and may?
Sorry, Samir?
What's the difference between might and may?
Might and may. Okay, those are talking. That's using the word in a slightly different way. Okay, that's like you're using it as a modal verb there, and we use that in for requests. Again, we say, may I go to the store? Might I go to the store? That's a little bit different than how we're using the word might here now. We're talking about theoretical possibilities, okay? So the difference between might and may, there's not really much of a difference when we're using them as a modal verb in the form of requests. But here we're talking about theoretical possibility. You could also say, for example, I may go to the store tomorrow.
Is it might most polite than may, like can and could? Could, it is more polite than can. Is that?
No, not really. No. I could go to the store tomorrow. I'm just showing you here. And these three sentences are all exactly the same. They're all equal. Okay?
Okay.
I may go to the store tomorrow. I might go to the store tomorrow. I could go to the store tomorrow. They're all equal. There's no difference in formality or informality. There's no difference in one is more polite than the other. Okay? In the olden days, maybe about 100 years ago, people used to say the word may and might a lot more than they do now, because formal English is starting to disappear a little bit. But you'll notice sometimes if you watch really old movies, they'll use these types of words. When you're asking, like Paul says, might I use your bathroom? Okay. Generally today, we wouldn't say that. Although sometimes we do if we wanted to be really polite. But it's not very common anymore. We would just say, could I use your washroom, please? Okay? Okay. But as far as expressing a theoretical possibility, if you say, I may go to the store, I might go to the store, I could go to the store, they're all the same. There's no difference. Okay? You could say it might rain tomorrow, it could rain tomorrow, it may rain tomorrow. All exactly the same in that way. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So let's take a look at just one more very quick example. When it says it could be Sarah's. It could be Sarah's. I want you guys to explain to me, why is that a possibility?
Because we are not sure who is it.
That's it.
I
Okay.
mean, yes.
That's the point. We're not sure, so we use could. Okay? You hit the nail on the head. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we've got about 13 minutes left. Okay? So I just want to take a few minutes here now and do, I'll share my screen with you. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And I want to do this mix and match with you guys. This will give you guys a chance to do some exercises. So just shout them out, okay? And we'll match them up. We're going to match up the left side with the right side. Okay? So the first one, go ahead and read it. Let's see here. Samir, go ahead and read the first one.
We couldn't find parking place.
Good. So which one of those sentences on the right matches up with that one? We couldn't find a parking place. What do you think, Samir? Any idea, Samir?
I think it was very busy in town.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, fantastic. Good, good. Who would like to try number 2? Let's have Inga. Can you try number 2?
Okay. I could use my father's car when I lived with my parents.
When I live with my parents. Excellent. Very good. No problems there. Okay, number 3. Let's have Amiga, number 3.
We couldn't go to his party because we were away on holiday.
We couldn't go to his party because we were away on holiday. Excellent job. Very good. Okay, number 4. Let's have Adela.
Yes, I couldn't ride a bicycle until I was 10.
Until I was 12. Uh-oh, where is it? Where is it?
Was 10.
Oh, until I was 10, yeah. Good. Great job. Excellent. Okay, nicely done. Let's go to Arturo Lopez. Your turn.
I called, stops him, he doesn't listen to me.
Okay, I couldn't.
I couldn't.
Good. I couldn't stop him.
I couldn't stop him.
Excellent. Good job. Okay, let's go to Bernardo. Next one.
They couldn't buy it. They didn't have enough money.
Excellent. Good job. They couldn't buy it. Is that future, past, or present tense?
Present.
Present
No,
tense?
best.
Past tense, right. They could not buy it. That's in the past. Okay. Good. Excellent job. Let's go to Kaka Sosa. Your turn. Hello? Kaka Sosa? Oh, we lost Kaka Sosa. No, we didn't. Okay, no problem. Let's go to back to Inga then. Inga, your turn.
Jack couldn't come. He had to stay and help his parents.
Okay, excellent job. And let's go to Kaka now. Are you there? No? Okay. How about Khadija? Khadija. I'm saying it with my Spanish accent. Okay. Samir, you do the next one.
Nobody could the exam. It was very difficult.
Nobody could do the exam. Excellent. Good job. Back to Adela. Next one. Oh, we lost Adela. Amiga, your turn.
I couldn't phone you. I didn't have your number.
Yeah, exactly. Is that future, past, or present?
Past.
Exactly, past tense. And the last one is the easiest one. Arturo, what is that?
She called the net.
Hmm?
The net match.
Yeah, the last one. What is it?
She called read before she went to school.
Good. She could read before she went to school. One more time.
She could read before she went to school.
Excellent job. Very good. Very good. Okay. Well done. Any questions about that, guys?
No.
Pretty easy, that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did a good job there. Okay. So let's go to something. Let's go to the next section here. We've got 7 minutes left. Now wait a second. It's not allowing me to return. Well, that's a strange one. Not allowing me to return here. Back to where I wanted to go. Let's see. We're gonna just close that down and see what happens here. Okie dokie. Hello, I'm back. Okay. What we got to do is we got to just pull up that sheet again. Okay. And we got just enough time maybe to get one more exercise in. We're going to do a little bit more difficult one here this time. See how you guys do with this one. Okay. So here we go. There. Everybody see that?
No.
No.
Can't see it yet? Now can you? You can't see it yet? Oh, you're missing some of it. That's the problem, is
Yes.
it? Okay. What about now? Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now, yeah, looks like it, right? Okay, let's have Inga. You start us off. Number 1.
Sue asked if she could come to London with us. What could I say?
Okay, good. What could I say? So what does that mean? Does that mean that she wanted her to come or she didn't want her to come?
She won't because it's a request.
Okay, but if she says, what could I say, does that give you the idea that she wanted her to come or that
no, sorry, I understood that you mean Sue. Yes,
Oh.
but okay.
So if she says, what could I say? What is that?
It's it's possible. It's the case when you don't want to do it. Don't
Okay,
want to say
right.
yes.
Right. It's one of those situations where, like we talked about, where you don't really want to say yes, but you say yes. So what could I say? Okay?
Best.
Good. Yes, Samir.
Yes.
Samir, can you do the next one, please?
Okay. Say. Question. Couldn't say no because she's been very kind to me.
Excellent. Good job, Samir. Okay, let's go to, let's see here, our next student. Let's have Adele. Adela, your turn.
Yes, Baita, no, I don't see. Okay. It's not clear. Sorry. You couldn't have said it was a family day out. No, you could have said it was a family day out.
Good, good. Okay, what does that mean? You could have said it was a family day out. What does that mean?
So I don't understand the context, the sentence.
Okay, well, Sue wanted to go to London, and the person who's answering is saying you could have, or you should have told Sue that just the family was going to go to London. It was a family day out in the city. So, you know, that might be the excuse. If your friend wanted to do something with you, but you had planned to have a day just with the family, then you might say to them, sorry, you can't come this time because we're having a special day with just the family. A family day out. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good. Nicely done. All right, let's go to Amiga. Next one.
Okay. No, I couldn't because she nephew were coming, I suppose. I understand. I don't understand it.
Okay, then the reply is, she says, you could have told her it was a family day out. And then she says, no, I couldn't. I couldn't tell her that because she knew that you were coming and that person is not part of the family. So she knew that it was not a family day out. Okay? Okay, we've got just 1 minute left, so let's see if we can get through the next little bit here. Let's go to, let's see here. I can't get the name of the student here. Let's try, let's see, Camilo. Yeah, let's try Camilo. Go ahead, Camilo.
I suppose I could have said.
Yes, I suppose I could have said. Could have said what? Could have said that there was no room in the car because there were already 4 of us. Okay, good. Let's continue. Inga.
Thank you.
No, you couldn't. She knows I've got a big car with space for 6.
Okay, no, you couldn't. Okay, good. Excellent. And let's go to the next one. Let's have Fernando, next one.
I couldn't have done that. That's very mean. I had to say yes.
She knows I have a big car for 6, but you?
Could.
Oh, I wasn't the wrong either.
Okay, let me help you guys because we're out of time. Yeah, but you could have said, well, we already had tickets for the exhibition and you couldn't get any more. I couldn't have done that. That's very mean. I had to say yes. So there we go, guys. Well done. I'm back. Hey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so we had to wrap up that just a little bit quickly there because that's the end of this lesson. Now the next one's starting in just a couple of minutes, and it's actually going to be a little bit of a continuation on this theme. We're going to talk about using the words could have, okay? You could have done that for me, for example. So if you'd like to end this class and come on over to the next, that would be great. That one's going to be a little more difficult. It's going to be kind of more tailored towards the intermediate level, so maybe we'll see you over there. All right? So have a nice day, you guys. Thank you very much for coming, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon.
Bye. Thank you.